What's going on with the camera? Um, hmm, I'm not sure. I don't know why the camera's not working. I don't know. It won't turn on. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? But I want to see the ceiling. I want to see the ceiling. I came for the ceiling. Not working. Guy that's going to say he wants to see the ceiling. I'm sorry. I know you want the ceiling. You're a fan of it. But it won't let me show it. It won't work. I could restart the stream, but what a waste of time just to see a ceiling. What am I doing up? I'm always up late. I'm moving to third shift. I have to stay up late now. I have to get on the third shift time. So Sunday I go to third shift. I have a bunch of responsibility. Ugh. 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 Of course, I saw Jimmy Kimmel get fired. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Antifa getting designated a terrorist group. We're going to talk about Junie trying to bullshit about, well, Antifa's just an idea, Smokey. I offered Junie an opportunity to come on here and debate me on that, and he turned me down because he can't debate me on that. And if he comes on here, I'll make a fool of him, and he knows that. So knowing that, why are you arguing with me? Why are you sitting in a DM bullshitting me? What about free speech? What about our free speech, Smokey? Our free speech. Huh. Well, you didn't care about mine. When I got demonetized and I couldn't pay my bills anymore, you thought that was funny. That was real funny. Oh, it's so funny. You said I was an extremist. So, and when Trump got banned, you celebrated. And when Tucker Carlson got fired from Fox News, you celebrated. And when they threatened to pull, stop licking shit. And when they threatened to pull Fox News license over January 6th, you said, yeah, do it. But now, when Jimmy Kimmel goes on his show and lies and slanders people and uses his platform on national television to continue to push division at a time where tensions are high, he deserves to be fucking fired for it. He'll be all right. That millionaire will be fine. Oh, poor Jimmy Kimmel. He can't have a TV show no more. You wanted to take my kids because I wouldn't take a shot. Fuck you. Don't you understand? Can't you read the room? Congratulations. You created millions of me's. How you feeling? I said this was going to happen. In time, all will sound like me. How many times I got to tell you this? You are wrong, and people are going to figure it out in time, and then everyone's going to realize the same shit I realize. Fuck you, people. You're evil. You're awful. People you call your friends, you talk about them behind their back because they're conservatives or they believe in God or whatever the fuck. So your friends, your so-called friends, you smear them, you talk shit about them, and then you cheer on someone like them getting murdered. And then you wonder why your friends don't want to be around you anymore. Gee, I wonder why. What a fucking mystery it is that nobody wants to be around you. How many times do I got to explain to you, retards, that there are moments? There are moments that happen that change everything. This is one of those moments. Now, I know you've spent the last few days thinking this ain't no big deal. And you're going to kill this guy and you're just going to get away with it. And everyone's just going to move on and just say whatever. And stand by their principles of freedom of speech and the Constitution. And no, 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 no. 15 years of standing on principle. 15 years of begging you to show mercy, begging you to have some compassion, begging you to respect freedom of speech, respect the Constitution, and you shit all over it. So this act you guys are putting on now because you're afraid, good. You should be afraid. If I have to be afraid, like Destiny said, then game on. You be afraid of losing your precious little fucking money. Because when you were taking everybody else's money, you laughed. You thought it was real fucking funny. Fuck you. I lost all kinds of shit because of you fucking losers. I have no sympathy for you. I told you you're my enemy, and I meant it. I meant that shit. You are my enemy. You made that clear to me. Time and time again. So screw you and your tears. And oh, woe is me. What about our freedom of speech? Oh. Fuck your freedom of speech. Fuck you. If that's your freedom of speech, the only time you give a shit about freedom of speech is when you can grandstand and dance on somebody's fucking grave and smear and slander people. Fuck you. We're so done with this shit. You motherfuckers, people just said, well, you know, Bruce Jenner, that's a man. Oh, you can't say that. Oh my God, ban him. Get him out of here. You can't say that. But you can say whatever the fuck you want without consequences? No. No, you can't, dummy. And you're finding that out now, ain't you? You're finding that out. Now, when you were canceling everybody and having a party and laughing it up, what was I telling you? One day the tables will turn. One day you'll be the canceled. One day you'll be demonetized. And you'll call. You'll reach out to me and you'll say, Smokey, defend me. You care. You care about the Constitution. And I'll look at you and I'll say, fuck you. I'm not defending you. I'm not standing up for you. You weren't there for me. No, you thought it was funny. It's so funny. It's so funny I can't pay my bills and feed my children. And it's all so funny. Just because you didn't like the things I said. Oh, the horrible things. Oh, so horrible. Comedy and making fucking jokes. When have I ever called for violence? Never happened. But you can do it. Well, not anymore. You went too far. And now you just gotta fucking deal with it. You made your bed. Lay in that bed. Cover up with the pillow. Go to sleep. You know what I haven't heard? One apology. Not one of you motherfuckers has said, hey, sorry. Sorry for my behavior the last 15 years. Sorry for the way I've acted. Please, sorry. You want mercy? Apologize first. You won't even do that. So fuck you. You're going to have to feel some pain, just like you made everybody else feel pain. Hey, we're not rioting and burning the town down. We're not shooting you. We're just playing your game from fucking 5 years ago. We're just doing to you what you did to us 5 years ago. Of course, you did a lot worse. You burned down cities, you murdered people. You've been murdering people for years. It's fascinating that you leftists like Junie come to me and talk to me as if I'm not who I am. It fascinates me that you think that you can come to me with these weak, pathetic talking points and think that I can't handle them, that I don't know the history of all this. It's just, when are you gonna get a fucking clue about who the fuck I am? Until you show me respect, you're never going to be able to debate me. You're never going to be able to handle me because you go into every conversation thinking you're smart. You're not smarter than me. How many times I got to fucking debate you and annihilate you for you to get that through your dumb fucking head? That you're retarded and stupid. And you're not smarter than me. I don't care what job you got or what fancy little paper you hang on your fucking wall. Means nothing to me. Ooh, good for you. You're an expert in one specific field. Oh, wow. You're good at math. Well, congratulations on being good at math. But what does that got to do with fucking politics? What does that got to do with other issues? What does math have to do with immigration? What the fuck you're not a fucking genius because you got a fucking degree and you're an expert in one little area. We're not talking about your field of expertise. So shut the fuck up. Quit chiming in. I've been balls deep in this shit for fucking 15 years talking about it, watching all this shit, reading all this shit. You think you know more than me? Are you stupid? Are you fucking that delusional that you, a guy who openly admits all the time, well, I didn't know about that. I don't know a lot about that. Then why are you trying to debate me on something you admit you don't even know nothing about? Are you fucking stupid? Is it so hard just to say, I don't know a lot about that stuff. I just play video games. I like video games. And I'll say, well, good, enjoy video games, but stay the fuck out of our political debates. Thank you. Let the adults talk about this shit and you go play fucking Skyrim. Nobody cares. Nobody's mad at you because you want to go play fucking Skyrim and not focus on politics. In fact, please do that. Please. Please fuck off and go focus on things you actually fucking care about and quit pretending to care about politics and quit virtue signaling and quit trying because you don't fucking care. You don't know nothing about it. You don't look into anything. You don't fact check any fucking thing. You're stupid. This is why I talk to these people so I can just talk to them and realize, oh, you don't know anything. No, no shit. You're done. How many times I got to say this? Your political party is fucking finished. It's finished. One party rule for the foreseeable future. And if you don't like that, hey, I don't like it either. I'm the guy that spent the last 15 years trying to talk sense to your stupid ass to prevent this. Well, it didn't work. It didn't fucking work. So guess what? The right wing is going to take control. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here with the right wing. Junie's like, well, what if Trump comes for you? Not coming for me, Junie. Not coming for me. I ain't worried about it. I'm not a fucking terrorist. I didn't shoot anybody. There's not a bunch of clips of me all over the internet calling for violence and saying violent shit. So I'm not worried about it, Junie. I don't give a fuck. Because you have to understand, and I'm going to say this again, and maybe you can finally understand what I mean by this. I'll take my chances with fucking Trump. Why? Because your side wants to kill me. Smokey, nobody wants to kill you. Okay, well, maybe work on that. Maybe work on the way you act and the things you say, because you've convinced millions of people in this country that you want them dead. It ain't just me that feels that way. It's millions of people. Millions of people said, well, I believe a lot of the stuff Charlie Kirk believes. In fact, I'm I'm more right wing than Charlie Kirk. I'm further right than him. So if he's an extremist, if he's a Nazi, what does that make me? What do these people think of me? And if they get political power back, what will they do to me? And that's a valid fear to have. And you mocking and all that, it does not help your cause, retards. When people tell you, hey, you're kind of scaring us, and you start laughing, you do the par laugh, oh, smoking. Nobody's trying to kill. Says the guy that leaked my address on the internet in an attempt to intimidate me into silence. Well, that's never going to work because I'm not afraid of you. I wish you would show up. I wish you would have showed up a couple years ago when I was so fucking angry. I would have grabbed you by your throat. Yeah! I used to get on streams and say, yeah, come on over. You're so big and bad. You're sending me pictures of my fucking door and all this shit. Come on over. And then that all stopped. Interesting. That all just stopped once people realized I didn't give a shit. And if you do show up, I'm gonna knock the. I'm coming out the door on you, son, because I'm fucking angry. And my life was falling apart. So come on over. Cowards ain't going anywhere. You cowards have to snipe people from fucking 200 yards away. You ain't got balls enough to get in nobody's fucking face and do nothing. You're a bunch of pussy ass fucking cowards. Too afraid to get on a microphone. Too afraid to show your fucking face. Keep your mouth closed when you speak on me. Shut the fuck up. I've been on this fucking shit for 15 years showing my fucking face, saying how I feel. Everybody knows my name. Fuck you. I ain't no bitch. You are. Remember that. Remember how you people leak a photo of you, you start fucking having a panic attack. Oh God, how'd you get that picture? Oh, I'm scared. Oh, people see my face. Oh, how do you know my real name? Oh. I mean, you're running your mouth and you're a pussy. I mean, why are you running your mouth if you're such a bitch? Maybe it makes sense. If you're such a coward, shut up. Go be a coward in silence. Hush. It's like Paul will be in the fucking Discord talking to a guy that will fucking grab him by the throat and choke the life out of him. Reaper choke the life out of him, and he's talking shit. And then if Reaper was like, "I'm getting in the truck, I'm coming," he'd be messaging me, Smokey, oh God, Smokey, oh, like when Dead Pizza was messaging him, he was like, Smokey, Dead Pizza, oh, do something, Smokey, do something, Daddy, do something, Daddy, the black man gonna get me, do something, Daddy. And I said, why don't you do something? Grown ass man who talks shit to another grown ass man, why don't you handle it? All you grown ass man getting to issues with each other, and then you run to your daddy. Smokey, please! Smokey, do something about it! I'm not your fucking daddy. I'm not your boss. I don't have to deal with your fucking drama. And I'm not going to. So if you fucking piss somebody off, you get to deal with them yourself. Ain't got nothing to do with me, idiot. Take some fucking accountability. You're a grown ass man. You're not a little kid who's getting bullied by a grown man. You're a grown man trying to bully another grown man. And he says, I'm going to come over and knock the shit out of you. You don't hush. Because you're not a bully. You're not bullying anybody. You're the kid that gets bullied. Stop trying to be a bully. Nobody's buying that shit that you're like some tough guy. I've been in the gym lifting weights. I'm tough. I've been lifting weights. I'm tough. You've never worked a real job in your life. You've never did hard labor. I mean, what the fuck? You're not tough. If they brought you into my job, you'd be going, we got to fucking put all this. We got to do all this. They expect us to do all this. Oh no. Oh. Man. Then don't watch this fucking channel. Get the fuck out of here. Go cry and moan to somebody else. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't need you to tell me how to do this. How many subs you got? Are you an underground YouTube legend? I don't think you are. I don't believe you are an underground YouTube legend. I don't think you are. So don't you dare even try to tell me nothing about what I'm doing. I don't hear it. I'm paid to ramble on. That's what people pay me to do. Ramble on. You want things to be more professional and we got topics lined up. Well, pay up then. Pay me to be more fucking professional. Fuck's this look like? The Glenn Beck show? Do I got a studio with some chairs and microphones and there's a producer? No, it's just me sitting here. Goofy. So Jimmy Kimmel's done. Jimmy Kimmel will be fine. You motherfuckers are more concerned about Jimmy Kimmel than Charlie Kirk's family. You don't see a problem? Everybody's watching you right now. Everybody's watching. Keep going, liberal. I always tell you to keep going when you're fucking up. Keep going. You think I'm mad about your reaction? People keep telling me I'm angry. No. I'm not angry about that. I'm ecstatic that you're acting this way. Everybody can see what I've been seeing for years now. Thank you. You making my job real easy. Because everybody been calling me crazy. You're extreme. You keep saying they want. I've been saying they want to kill us all, and everyone's giving me shit about it. Even right wing people like, come on, Smokey, come on. Nobody's doing it now. That all went away now. That's funny. I don't sound so crazy now, do I? After you saw that guy get killed on your little phone, while you were just trying to live your life, go about your day at work or whatever you were doing. Oh, here's Charlie Kirk getting murdered in 4K. Here it is. Oh, come on, Smokey. This isn't a big deal, Smokey. This isn't a big deal at all. Oh, yeah, sure. That's why when I wake up in the morning, I think about it immediately. It's the first thought that pops in my head. And that's why I think about it all day. And that's why before I go to bed, I think about it. Because it's just not a big deal. It has no impact. It means nothing. Yeah, sure. Sure. Keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. Now, Jimmy Kimmel, done. Well, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Destiny needs to go to jail. Destiny needs to do a year in fucking prison for inciting violence. There's plenty of clips of it. It's pretty open shut case to me. The things he said over the last couple of days are very criminal. And if they're not criminal, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know how that is free speech that you can go and say that we need to keep killing conservatives so they will be afraid to speak publicly about their beliefs and ideas. That sounds like terrorism to me. That sounds like a call for terrorism. A lot of people have been asking over the last couple of months, Smokey, what's it going to take for you to break with Trump? Well, here it is right here. Trump is going to deal with these people, or I'm done with Trump. Done with him. This is what I voted for you to do. I was promised this would be dealt with. And you've piddled around and a man is dead. Now let's get serious. I don't want to hear no more about a ballroom. I don't want to hear no more about any. I want you to get serious with these radical leftist lunatics or kiss my support goodbye. I'll sit back and wait for JD Vance because JD Vance will deal with it. He'll deal with it. He will deal. You better hope Trump deals with it because Vance will really deal with it in a way you don't want him to. You killed his friend. That was one of his friends, close friend, and you killed him. I don't know if you've been listening to JD Vance the last couple of days, but he ain't too happy about it. So, and I know you're not going to listen because you never do. That's fine. The time to stop is right now. The time to start apologizing, start going to your conservative family members and friends and apologizing. That's how you bring unity. Junie said, we need unity. I said, there'll be no unity with a death cult. There will be no unity with a death cult. If you want to be a part of the death cult, you have a choice. You can be a regular ass liberal and we can disagree and coexist in society, or you can be in the death cult and you can go to fucking prison. Choice is yours. Be a normal person. Stop calling for violence. Stop defending violence. Stop coming for people's jobs and coming for their income and all these evil things you've been doing. Denounce it, apologize, and change your ways. Keep hearing a lot of people on the right say, these retards, well, what happens when the left gets back in power and they do all this? Jesus fucking Christ, brother, they've already done it. They've been doing it. They've been saying all year, when we get back in power, we're going to make these people pay. I've been reading it and listening to it all year. I've been talking about it on this show all year. I seen some retard before I got on here say, well, I used to be a Democrat, but I left the party, but I'm going to be rooting for them in the midterms because of Jimmy Kimmel getting fired. Like, fuck off. Fuck off, you dumb. Of course it was a woman. Fuck off, you dumb bitch. Fuck off. So they kill a guy and you're ready to jump back aboard? Wow, says a lot about you. Says a whole lot about you. That the left kills a prominent Republican and you're ready to hop back with them. This is an attack on free speech. Oh, that's weird. I thought shooting a guy was an attack on free speech. I thought that was a pretty big attack on freedom of speech. But you all just gloss over that. No, Smokey, that's not killing a guy for his speech. That's no big deal. Firing a guy for it. Now, come on. Firing a multimillionaire from his TV show for his speech. That's a bridge too far. I've been reading this all day. That's a red line. That's a red line. Well, my red line is when you started killing motherfuckers. So we're past my red line with you. We're done with you. Gloves are off with you. We're playing your game now. And watching you, once again, I talked about this so many times. These people know we're better than them. We're better people than them. And they prove it every single time they argue with you. Well, Smokey, what about free speech? And what about this? And what about that? They play to that. They play to your principles and your beliefs because they know you actually believe it and you stand for it. And you will not be weaponizing that against me anymore. And I said that when Trump won the election. I said, that shit's over with because they kept trying to do it. I said, you don't get it. I'm done with that. If you are not going to stand for my free speech, then I refuse to stand for yours. It's very simple. You have made it clear that you're at war with me. You're out to destroy people like me, take our money, take everything, intimidate us so we don't talk, we don't say nothing. Nah, you're going to find out that ain't going to work in America. You're going to find out that the country's going to reject that bullshit. Just like they rejected your lawfare and your attempted killing of Trump and punished you with a landslide victory for Trump. They did that to send a message to you. How did you receive that message? You said, "What the fuck? These are a bunch of racists." And you doubled down on that. That's why I've been saying all year, you have no way of winning the midterms. You have doubled down on everything that cost you the election. How do you win? How do you double down on everything that failed and win? Nobody can explain it because it's unexplainable. Then you go out and kill Charlie Kirk. You were already going to lose. You were already losing. Now how the even Judy admitted it. Even Judy said in the DM, they're losing. They know they're losing. That's why they're getting violent. Said it months ago. Everybody called me crazy. They're going to get violent. They're going to kill people. They're going to do unspeakable things. Oh, Smokey, you're paranoid. Oh, so paranoid. So paranoid. And I'm still listening to this horseshit. I'm still listening to people say, "Oh, it's paranoia. Paranoia. You just watched a man get murdered. You just watched a man get murdered and then millions of people celebrate it." Smokey, come on, it's not. It's not. 46% of Democrats in a poll said violence is acceptable to get your political goals accomplished. 46% of Democrats polled in this poll said this. If you don't think we have a massive problem with leftist radicalization in this country, you have your head up your ass. This is not about your regular ass liberal. We're not talking about the regular liberal person. We're talking about the radical left. Now, you as a Democrat have a choice. There are two paths in front of you. One, you can be a normal fucking liberal, knock off the violence and the bullshit, or you can go down this radical path and keep going down, and that ends up in prison. You end up in prison. Choice is yours. The choice is yours. Choose whatever you want to choose. I don't really give a shit about you. Do what you want to do. But there's a lot of you that are brainwashed and you don't even know what you're doing. I watched a video last night about a guy. He was a teenager during the Cultural Revolution in China. And when he was a teenager, he reported his mother for something she said, and they killed his mother. They killed her. The state killed her over it. And then all these years later, he's now an old man, and he's at the grave, and he's upset. He realizes he was brainwashed. He realizes he made a mistake. His mother dead. She ain't coming back. He has to live with it. He has to live knowing that he did it. And he tries to warn you leftists. He tries to warn you. He tries to say this is happening in America. You're going down a dark path. You're gonna live with regret. And you liberals see that and you just roll your eyes. Because you have your head so far up your fucking ass. But one day some of you you'll wise up and you will say, "Wow, I can't believe I acted that way about somebody being killed and I celebrated it." And you'll have some video on the internet forever of you like celebrating it, and you'll be ashamed of it. And people you become friends with or women you date, and they might bring it up to you. "Hey, I saw this." And it's just something you have to live with. It's a very shameful thing. It's very shameful behavior to celebrate this murder of this man. And it's so funny you guys think that you bother me with your little jokes, and no, it doesn't get to me. I like you doing it. I want your party to End. I want no Democrats in power nationwide. Been saying it. Your party is too radical. It's too dangerous to have power. So now we can get to a place where, we can have normal Democrats again and we can have a normal country again. But we can't get there until we deal with the radicals. The radicals have to go to prison. And when I mean radical, I mean violent. You're violent. You call for violence. You uh, do violence. You call for it. You do it. You defend it. Whatever. You're radical. We cannot have you walking the streets pushing this bullshit. We cannot have you on a TV show radicalizing the country, calling for violence, pushing slanderous fucking lies all the time that cause division and problems in our country. A lot of these people, foreigners that aren't even supposed to be here, come here from another country, sit on TV, and get us fighting each other. It's time for them to go home. It's time for the radicals to go to prison and get the fuck off Twitch and the fuck off YouTube. And it's time to have a normal country again where you can walk the streets at night and not be stabbed to death or raped or murdered or mugged or carjacked, where you can send your children to school and they're learning about math and they're learning about reading and English. And I don't even care if they learn Spanish. Teach them Spanish. I don't care. It's great to know multiple languages. That's a great thing. At least that's a real thing. Please teach them Spanish instead of gender shit. Please. Please teach something real to the children. Just teach real shit. If you want to teach Spanish, go right ahead. Go right ahead. At least that's real. At least that's a valuable thing to learn. You can use it. If you go to Mexican countries, fucking Spanish countries, you can use the Spanish. What are you going to use the gender shit for? Nothing. To cut your own cock off, to prance around your living room in a little dress. I mean, I don't care. If you want to prance around your living room in a little dress, you go right ahead. But stop doing it in the street. Stop doing it in the street. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. And all of you dorks coming in here, none of you get on a mic and debate any of this. Shut the fuck up with your stupid bullshit. You're lying. You're doing it. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Done with you. Ban you fuckers from the chat. You want to talk to me and debate me, you'll get on a microphone. And if you're unwilling to do that, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm done having little verbal text battles with you people. Grow some balls and get on a microphone, pussy. Let's hear your little weaselly fucking soy boy voice. Junie thinks I'm gonna sit in a DM and type some long ass shit about Antifa and how this and no, I'm not doing that. You want to talk about it? Let's get on the mic and talk about it. I don't want to type a fucking novel in your goddamn DMs about it. I got things to do. I don't care enough to sit here in your DMs. You're not even gonna read it anyway. You ignore everything sent to you that doesn't fit your narrative. You don't even look at it. I look at all the shit he sends and debunk it, and he does, whatever. He sends me crime statistics. He sends me these violent statistics that are going around. These misleading statistics. The right wing is so much more violent. Smokey, look at this graph right here. And then I'm like, well, look at this thread right here, Junie, where it goes over the data from the graph step by step and explains why that is bullshit. Oh, Smokey, you don't believe things. You just if you just don't believe it. You just say you don't believe it. No, no, no. I didn't just say I don't believe it. I literally showed you proof that it's bullshit. You don't believe it. You don't even want to look at it. Quit projecting your shit on me. You're the extremist, not me. You call for violence, not me. You're an idiot, not me. You guys love to project. Always projecting your shit onto me. Look in the fucking mirror at yourself. He hasn't got on a microphone in months. He pipes up in the DM, and then I say, "All right, then get on the stream and let's debate it live." No, because he knows he can't win. He knows he'll look stupid. He'll be proven wrong, so he doesn't even want to bother. My God, if you can't debate it, then why do you believe it? And now that it's so funny, they can't even you don't even have to debate them on this stuff. You just show them their old tweets. It's like Jimmy Kimmel. He got fired. Well, here's a video of Jimmy Kimmel celebrating Tucker Carlson get fired. Here's a video of Jimmy Kimmel celebrating Trump getting banned off Twitter. Here's a video of Jimmy Kimmel celebrating this guy getting banned and this guy getting fired. And oh, well, fair is fair, right? You reap what you sow. If you celebrate when other people get fired for the things they say, then when it happens to you, why do you expect people not to laugh at you and go, huh, well, guess you had it coming. Guess you reap what you sow. No, we're supposed to feel sorry. Oh, poor Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, God. But where was that for Charlie Kirk and his family? No, you were gloating. You were harassing. Not only are you making jokes, you're harassing his widow. Paul was in the Discord today saying, oh, it was really weird the way she acts. She's so weird. She posted a video of the casket and her husband's hands, and it's so weird. No, it's not weird. It's effective. And that's why she did it. And the reason people like him don't like it is because it's effective. He understands that, they want her to grovel to them. They want her to be like, yes, my husband said some controversial things, yada, yada. That's what they want from her. Throw your dead husband under the bus. And what they got is a woman that said, I'm going to destroy you. And they didn't like that. And they're going to harass this woman and her family to the end of time. Because that's what they are. It's what they do. It's evil. Well, Smokey, I denounced that in the DMs. Oh, well, that's nice, but it's funny. I'm going over. You're in the DMs telling me how disgusted you are. Oh, that's disgusting, Smokey. I'm disgusted. Oh, but wait, I'm going down your timeline, and it's funny. I don't see a tweet. I don't see you calling out the left. I don't see you saying it's disgusting. The only tweets I see are you saying it's a MAGA guy. You're retweeting people saying it's a MAGA guy. You're retweeting all these lies and slanderous bullshit. But in the DMs, you're acting like you care so much, and this is disgusting. And I don't side with that. But there's not a single fucking tweet on your timeline where you are denouncing any of it. Because you don't give a shit and you're happy he's dead. And I'd at least have a little respect for you if you had the balls to be yourself, but you can't. You're not man enough to say, I'm happy it happened. Not only are you violent fucking psychos, you're cowards. As soon as you have no power, you want to play victim. Oh, I'm a victim now. Don't do this. No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. But as soon as you get power, you attack. You attack. And you show no mercy, no compassion, no empathy. You just do whatever it takes to attack, 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 destroy, destroy, ruin this motherfucker's life. Silence this man. What you failed to realize is that only, and I try to explain this to you, that's only going to work for so long. You can only bully and intimidate people for so long before they knock the shit out of you. And now here we are. You're getting slapped around now. And you don't like it. But when you were slapping people around, you thought it was so funny. This is so funny. So I don't want to hear this. Well, what if they get into power and they do it too? They've already been in power. They've already done it. Nothing the right wing is doing to them is some new phenomenon. It's all shit that they did to the right wing for years. And they took things too far and they killed a man and the country has turned against them and now they're getting canceled. And I'm supposed to give a shit? I'm supposed to give a shit? Please. I don't remember a single leftist liberal loser ever reaching out to me and going, man, you got banned or this happening. No, just a bunch of laughing. Well, they demonetized you. Doesn't pay to support Trump, does it? You shouldn't have became a Nazi. I remember all your shitty ass fucking comments. Well, I guess it doesn't pay to be a fucking communist, does it? Because I'm still here. And you are probably going to be banned off all social media eventually because you won't stop saying violent lunatic shit. I mean, if we got to be banned for saying a man is a woman or whatever the hell, then you definitely got to get banned for pushing violent shit all the time. I mean, it's fair to me. Seems like that's the one thing you shouldn't be able to do on social media is call for violence. It seems like that's the limit of free speech. You shouldn't be able to call for fucking violence. It's like Tim Pool was saying. These people are making lists of people they want to kill next, and I'm on it. How is this free speech? This is free speech? Making kill list? Saying you should kill this guy next? That's the free speech you're going to defend? Do you know how insane you people look right now to majority of the people in this country? They've watched you for years spit all over free speech. When it was some silly joke about transgenders or silly jokes about this or that, things that really didn't hurt anybody, didn't do anything. Not even jokes about people dying, just jokes about stupid shit, stupid liberal shit. And they took such offense to it. Oh, you got to be banned for this. Just people sitting around debating if an election was rigged or not. Oh, got to ban you for that. You can't sit around and debate that. And as I said, the left never stops. They will never stop. So it's easy to predict what comes next. It's easy to predict the future when you know your enemy. They're never going to stop. They're never going to admit they have a problem. They're never going to stop. They are going to get worse. What are we supposed to do? Just let them kill us? You think we just think everybody's just going to let you kill us? Is that what you seem to think, you stupid fucking liberal? That we're all just going to sit there and go ahead and just kill me. I'll lay right here and let you do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Think about it. You killed a man and then gloated about it. and rubbed it in our fucking faces and said, we're going to kill you motherfuckers next. And how did the right wing respond? Did they riot? No. Did they get violent? No. They just acted like you. They just decided, well, now it's time for us to use cancel culture to our advantage. So, as much as you want to try to paint this narrative that somehow the right is taking it too far, no, they aren't. They're just doing stuff that you have already done and done a lot more than them and did it to them. And they haven't killed anybody. Who they kill? What high profile leftist got shot last week? Because I don't remember it happening. You think I would be throwing a party if some leftist got shot, some leftist podcast? No, I wouldn't, because I'm nothing like you. They're like Barack Obama, when he went to England, he didn't have all this security. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Huh, it's a mystery. How come Democratic politicians can walk the streets and they're perfectly safe, but Republicans can't? It's a fucking mystery. Hmm. That's interesting though, because I keep hearing how the right wing is more violent. Then how come Democratic politicians can walk the streets and they are more safe than Republican politicians? How's that work? If the right's more violent, wait a minute, you must be full of shit. That's the best. That's the most logical answer to this question. You're fucking making shit up and lying. And that shouldn't shock anybody because that's what you do. I mean, look at the last week. Look at the lying the last week. People used to give me shit. I'd get on here and go, they're lying again. Look at the lie. Oh, Smokey, you say they lie about everything. You just say everything's a lie. Everything you don't agree with is a lie. No, dummy. I prove it's a lie. I don't just say it's a fucking lie and move on. I spend goddamn half an hour in excruciating detail repeating myself so your stupid ass can hear it over and over. Why they're lying, how they're lying. Stop with this bullshit when you talk to me telling me, well, you just say that. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Do you know how insane it is to sit in a live stream? Everybody's watching. Motherfuckers watch it every day, and you're gonna sit in it and lie about what is said on the show. As if everybody watching doesn't know you're fucking lying. Are you stupid? Like, are you people this fucking retarded? Good Lord, man. You got no sense. You idiots try it all the time. You try this nonsense all the time. You'll be in a Discord with a bunch of people and you'll just make up lies about something I said, and then everybody disagrees with you. Oh, they're yes men. No. You're lying. Nobody's a yes man. You're a fucking liar. And everybody knows you're a fucking liar. So they call you one. It's so hard about understanding this. It's simple. Quit fucking lying. You want to be respected by people? Quit lying to them. Quit gaslighting them all day. Quit insulting their fucking intelligence 24 fucking 7. And then maybe they have a little respect for you. Idiots. Clueless fucking idiots. Antifa's going down. Antifa's an idea, Smokey. It's just an idea. Yeah. Smokey, who's the leader of Antifa? Can you name the leader? No, I can't, because Antifa likes to keep themselves leaderless and pretend they're not actually a group. It's all a big fucking psyop. Ain't nobody falling for it. We've been watching Antifa for fucking years go out to courthouses and all these places and do violent shit, harass families. It's countless videos, harass children. Oh, speaking of Antifa, Israel, Israel people, Jew haters. How we doing tonight, dumb Jew haters? What did Nick Flintis call you? Low IQ anti-Semites. Low IQ anti-Semites. So a report came out today, and it said that Antifa was worrying. They were panicking because, there's heat on them right now, and there's been a lot of PR disasters lately. There was a bunch of videos that went out of them harassing children and families that made them look really bad. And what was interesting in this report, though, and you Jew haters might want to hear this part, is Antifa is backed into a corner right now, so they're trying to divide the right. The right is uniting against the left like never before. So Antifa is playing into these narratives about Israel killing Charlie Kirk in an attempt to get us divided and fighting over that instead of focusing on them. So, congratulations, all you right wing people that have spent the last few days pushing this bullshit narrative about Israel. You're doing exactly what the left wants you to do. They admit they want you to do it, and the left admits to running accounts pushing that narrative. And it makes all these right wing people, there's a few right wing people, Candace Owens is one of them, who, while all the right wing people were uniting together and putting aside their silly dramas, their silly squabbles for the greater good, there were some who went right into Israel trying to divide. And even Nick Flintis was saying, there's no evidence of this. I don't believe this. And so now they're calling Nick Flintis an Israeli shill. And it's waking Nick Flintis up. What you're seeing in Nick Flintis right now is the eyes opening. He's he's looking around and realizing, oh shit, I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking retards. And what he's realizing is, and he said this, I've seen a clip earlier where this is counterproductive, because if you criticize, if you say Israel's involved in everything, then when Israel's actually involved in something, you sound like the boy who cried wolf. And he's right. And I've been saying this. I've been trying to get this point across that Israel is not responsible for every fucking thing. Everything that happens does not have a hidden Israeli connection. That's insane. You're insane. You have Israeli derangement syndrome. It's just like TDS, but for Israel. That doesn't mean Israel's perfect. It doesn't mean that Israel doesn't do bad things. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't criticize Israel. Of course you should criticize Israel. Of course you should call Israel out for real shit that you can prove, not your made up speculation and fantasies. And now is not the time for this stupid bullshit. And when you got Nick Flintis, Mr. Jew hate himself, Mr. Fuck Israel himself, always criticizing Israel, when he's telling you, hey, you've lost your fucking mind, that should be a wake-up call. But you, in your fucking delusion, you just go, well, he's an Israeli shill too. They got Nick too. They got Nick. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. And Nick saw that. Nick saw you all call him an Israeli shill, and it woke him up. He realized, oh shit, we got a real problem here. And he realizes he contributed to that problem. So what is he doing? Leftists, take note, leftists. What is Nick doing? Turning around to his audience and saying, knock it the fuck off. You're making fools of us. You're hurting our mission. Fuck you. See how easy that is, liberal? When are you going to do that? When are you going to turn around to your lunatics and deal with your problems? When are you going to clean your house before you go next door and start lecturing everybody on their house? Because we saw your house, it's a wreck. But you're next door arguing with the neighbor. Your grass hasn't been cut in months. It's so high up. And the neighbor hasn't cut theirs in like 2 weeks. And you're in the neighbor's yard going nuts about the grass. And your neighbor is going, what the fuck? Look at your grass. What are you doing? What are you talking about? And you just can't seem to understand. You can't seem to grasp that. That's what I've watched all week. It's fascinating. They kill Charlie Kirk. They lie, slander his name, lie about who killed him, lie about the details of the killing, lie about the shooter, lie about every fucking thing. Celebrate, throw parties, dance in the fucking street, make fucking insane videos where they look like demon possessed lunatics. I've never seen an atheist that was possessed by a demon. Well, that's funny. I have. I see all kinds of them. Look right over there. Look over there. See them? They're over there. Look them over there. I haven't seen an atheist that was possessed by the devil. That's because they're behind you. Turn around. Behind you. You're looking ahead. Behind you. Those people behind you. If you turn around, you're going to see a lot of demonic atheists. I mean, you make a video and you say that you're glad Charlie Kirk is dead and that someone should kill his wife and kids. You say that in a video. And then the next day that you say that, your boss calls you into the office and says, "Hey, man, God, I seen this video, man. Like, what the hell is this, man? This ain't a good look for the company, and a lot of the employees are just not. They don't want to work with you, man. They're threatening to quit. Like, I gotta let you go, man. But my free speech, freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequences. Hey, who said that? Who coined that term? Oh, that was you. That was you, motherfuckers. Hey, maybe Jimmy Kimmel can learn to code. Learn to code, Jimmy Kimmel. A lot of coding jobs. Oh, the Indians are taking those. Learn to code, white man, as we bring in unlimited Indians to take the coding jobs. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the advice on learning to code. Oh, and God fucking God. Shut the fuck up about Pete Buttigieg. Good God Almighty. Oh, God. I can't believe they were in the Discord today talking about Pete Buttigieg. I like Pete Buttigieg. You want to lose, don't you? It's already an uphill battle to win the 2020 election. Defeating JD Vance is going to be a real battle for you guys, especially now. But you're talking about running Pete? Jesus. Please do. Please run Pete. Please. Please, Red Pete. My God, I'll die laughing. You motherfuckers need to be on the phone with every fucking Hollywood celebrity. You need to be really thinking about who can you run. And I don't think anybody wants to jump in that ship right now. I don't think many Hollywood, because it can't be a leftist. It can't be some crazy liberal. It has to be a more centrist guy, more of an in the middle guy, a guy that can criticize the right, but then criticize the left too, because the left needs to be criticized by the left. The only path forward for the Democratic Party is for a Trump effect, where a guy comes in from the outside, goes up on a debate stage, eviscerates every Democrat politician running for president, calls out their lies, calls for violence, exposes it all. That's the guy that can win the election. That's the guy. But the problem is the Democrats are so radicalized. I don't even think that guy, first of all, would even try, because it's going to take a remarkable individual. And I don't think anybody that's remarkable wants to jump on your stinking ass ship and save it. I just don't. I think the candidates you're going to run, the Charlie Kirk thing changed everything. I just, listening to you so-called Smokey, let's take an IQ test. Let's take an IQ test. We've taken many of them. You lost every one of them. A guy bragging about his IQ and his SAT scores and all this shit. And the motherfucker struggles to debate simple topics. Come on. Come on now. That make no sense. How come anytime I watch like a real smart person debate, they always win the debate, they dominate it? Because that's what smart people do. Like actual smart people, actual intelligent people do their research and come into the debate prepared and dominate it. That's what intelligent people do. So knock it off with the I'm so intelligent. Oh, I'm so smart. Please. Being intelligent and being a leftist don't even mesh together. You can't be a smart person and be a leftist. You just it doesn't work that way. Sorry. You can't be a smart person and be a leftist. You can't be a nice person and be a leftist. You just can't. You got to be an evil, dumb fuck. It's the only way. Wait till all the polling comes out. I mean, just wait till the polling. Wait till the voter registration stuff and all that stuff starts coming out, and you start seeing the shift to the Republican Party. You're underestimating the impact of this. You're very naive about what's going on right now. So laugh it up. I don't think you'll be laughing by the end of the year about any of it. Because the right, not not letting this one go. No, not letting this one go. Not moving on from this. I seen a Reddit post. They were like, his wife needs to move on already. Like, what? Aren't you the people crying over Luigi? Oh, free Luigi, poor Luigi. Why don't you get over that? Why don't you get over George Floyd? Why don't you get over some shit? Why don't you get over COVID and take the fucking mask off and don't get your 19th booster shot? Kathy Hochul. I got my COVID booster today. Bitch, it's 2025. Bitch, are you crazy? Are you fucking nuts? Yes, you are nuts. Right, what the fuck is wrong with New York? One dumb fuck after the next elected. How you got the nerve to say anything about Trump or voting for Trump when you want to vote for Pete Buttigieg? Could you imagine sending Pete Buttigieg in there to talk to the world leaders? I'd rather have Macron, bro. Give me Macron from France over Buttigieg. Give me Kira Starmer. Give me anybody over Pete. But what's Pete gonna do? Suck their dick? Mr. Putin, Mr. Putin. What if I sucked your dick? If I sucked your dick, would you pull out of Ukraine? Mr. Putin, if I didn't let you pull out of me, would you pull out of Ukraine? Is that the big plan? No, I'm going next year and I'm voting Republican straight down that ballot. And that's what I encourage everyone else to do. I don't want to hear about how, well, I disagree with Republicans on this and I do that. You're dumb, you're retarded, you don't understand what's happening. If you let these people gain power, you will regret it. Now, I know you think you're not MAGA, and I didn't vote for Trump, so, oh, you are considered MAGA. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. I went through that same phase too. Oh, I'm not MAGA. I'm not with Trump. I'm just criticizing these. I'm just calling out the lies. I figured out after a while, no, it doesn't matter. I'm MAGA. They're going to call me it, so fuck it. I'm all in now. What's the point of trying to walk the line and be all fair and all this? Well, no, no, don't pick a side. Oh, no, no. What good does that do when one side just lumps you in with them anyway and wants to kill you? Oh, I'm an independent. No, you're not. You're a Republican. Okay, then I'll be a fucking Republican. Then I'll just embrace it. Since you keep saying it, Smokey, what happened? What happened to you? Well, you kept saying it. You kept telling me. Fine. Try to be fair with you. Try to find common ground with you. Didn't want to. It was your way or the highway. I got to agree with you, or I have to be slandered and demonetized and shot. Well, fuck you. I reject your terrorist threats. And if you ever kill me, I hope they use my death to fucking put every one of you in fucking prison. That's what I hope they do. If one of you lunatics shoots me, but I don't go to your little protests and stuff. I stay away from you lunatics because I know you're crazy. I stay away from you. I don't walk around in a Trump hat, Trump merchandise, because you losers will kill people over it. Charlie Kirk ain't the first motherfucking Republican MAGA guy you killed. Remember Steve Scalise? You tried to kill Steve Scalise. Tried to kill Rand Paul on the baseball field. Remember that? And the guy that did that said he was mad about health care, was a Bernie Sanders supporter. This leftist violence been going on for a long time. Now, yes, there has been violence towards the left as well, of course. Of course. But it's there's much more of it on the left. That's just the point. That's just the reality. And I know this is true because one, you have to lie about the statistics and you take things that clearly aren't political or clearly aren't right wing and you pretend they're right wing. And not only that, but when somebody asks you, well, when's the last time some right wing guy like tried to kill or, some leftist or whatever? It's like, you got to bring up some shit from like years ago. What did Parr bring up? Remember that guy when I had forgot all about this until he said it. It was like, that guy that was driving around in that van and he had all the pictures of Trump on the side of the van. Remember that crazy van he had? And he had all these pictures of Trump on the side of the van, all this. And I can't remember if he killed somebody or he threatened to kill somebody, but that's the guy Parr brought up. And I'm like, Parr, that happened like over 5 years ago. I mean, Charlie Kirk was just murdered, bro. Why are you bringing shit up? You're trying to prove how violent the right wing is, and you're having to bring up shit from forever ago. And you're bringing up a guy that's clearly out of his mind. He's driving around in a van with Trump like weird writing all over it and pictures of Trump. Remember that shit? The guy was clearly off his fucking rocker. And no MAGA guy defended that guy. Every MAGA guy called that guy crazy. See, this is the problem. It's your reaction to killing Charlie Kirk. That's the problem. I know you didn't personally kill Charlie Kirk. I know you're not personally involved in it, but you're celebrating it. You're cheering it. And that's why your party's done. That was a mistake. But you all could not contain yourself. Your excitement for the death of your political opponent, one of the people that was an effective fighter against you, you got rid of him. And you can't help but celebrate that. Because you have no political instincts, you are low IQ, you have no sense. If you had any sense, you wouldn't have celebrated it. That's what fucked you all up. What's ironic about the Charlie Kirk thing is before Charlie Kirk was murdered, you had no path to win in the midterms. You had no path to win in 2028. But for a brief moment after Charlie Kirk was murdered, for just a glimmer of hope, a brief glimmer, I closed my eyes for a moment and the moment's gone. And then I open my eyes and the opportunity gone. You had one shot to win back some voters and you squandered it. You decided instead of showing compassion, turning down your rhetoric, apologizing, you decided to go even crazier. And when you did it, now think about this. Think about this. The American public saw you celebrate and became disgusted. But the American public could have saw you show compassion, show empathy, prove that you're not a demonic psycho, prove that everything right-wing people say about you is not true. But instead, you showed every person in the country that everything that's said about you is a fact. It cannot be unseen. You cannot put this back in the box. You cannot damage control this. This is why they're lying. This is why they're freaking out, because they went too far. They fucked up reacting that way. And people like the Young Turks and all this, they try to talk sense. They try to say, "Oh, don't react this way. Oh God, don't do it." Do you not understand that the left can't control itself anymore? That the leftist influencers have no control anymore over this. This is bad. The people that are supposed to influence these people and talk sense to them, they can't get through to them anymore. When they try to talk sense to them, they talk to them like they talk to me. You can keep downplaying this problem, but I've been talking about this problem for years. I saw this coming years ago. When Antifa was running around doing all this shit, and Junie would be going, "I am Antifa, Smokey. You should be too." And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's defending fucking political violence. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? This guy has no large following. This guy is a normal person. This guy has no reason to be saying these things and acting this way, and yet he does. There are millions of people just like him. There are thousands of people worse than him. Far worse. And even now, go look at his timeline. Where's the compassion? Where is the unity? Where is the tweets about how horrible this was? It's one thing to say it in a DM, "I'm horrified." Where's the tweets? Where's the video of you going, "This is horrible and we shouldn't do this"? No, I don't see any of it, Junie. Because you don't give a shit, and deep down you're happy about it. And everybody knows it. Some of you just have enough sense to hide it. Some of you have enough sense. But even Parr slipped up today. He been putting on a real good act, but he slipped up today. Just couldn't control himself. Just had to make a shitty comment about Charlie Kirk's wife. Just had to. I can tell you're low IQ because a person with a high IQ would know better than to say shit like that. People with high IQs don't talk shit about somebody's widow, some dead guy's wife, and her being upset and mourning. Somebody with a high IQ would not sit in public and talk shit about that woman because they would realize, because they're smart, that it makes them look like shit. And even if they thought that stuff, they would have enough sense, enough intelligence to shut the fuck up. I can tell you have none because you don't know when to shut the fuck up. Par's like, I'm like, yeah. Par's like, you guys are sitting in here acting like Charlie Kirk is like Martin Luther King. I said, bigger. Charlie Kirk, bigger. Bigger deal than Martin Luther King. Why? Well, for one hand, you ever seen a video of Martin Luther King being executed? I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know if that exists, but I've never seen it. We all saw Charlie Kirk die. I haven't stopped thinking of. You want the truth? I haven't stopped thinking about that since it happened. There ain't been a fucking second, a minute went by that it ain't been in my mind. I opened my eyes to start my day. First thought in my head, oh yeah, they killed Charlie Kirk. Then I checked my phone. God, I hope they didn't kill nobody else. Last night I laid down in the darkness and I thought, God, they really killed that guy. That guy's really fucking dead. It don't even feel real. It feels like some movie or something I'm in. No, they really killed this guy because he talks shit and says shit they don't like. That's what he's guilty of. He ain't a criminal. He didn't do anything. He wasn't a president. He didn't drone strike somebody. He didn't commit a war crime or whatever justification. No, he didn't do shit but say things you didn't like. So you killed him. But sure, no cultural impact. Not significant. Parr said, won't even be in the history books. Yeah, sure it won't. One of the most significant political moments of the 21st century will not be in history books. A moment that's going to completely change the political future of our country. A moment that completely ended a political party and put us in a one party system. You're going to sit here and tell me has no significance in history? Are you fucking that stupid? Mr. High IQ, Mr. Intelligent. Fucking please. Good. And I said, they're going to build statues of Charlie Kirk, and he laughed and he thought it was so funny. It's funny how things work. There's a weird phenomenon in my life that I've noticed. I'll say things on a stream or in a Discord, and then the next thing I know, I see it. There it is. There it is right there. I go on Twitter and there it is. Exactly what I said. There it is. Happens all the time. Happened today. I said they'll build statues of Charlie Kirk. No, they won't, Smokey. Yes, not only will they build statues of Charlie Kirk, but leftists will deface the statues. Good. Good. Keep going, liberal. Keep going. Get those Charlie Kirk statues built immediately. So we can get to these stupid fucking leftists. Let's get the Kirk statues built before midterms. So you stupid fucking liberals can go and destroy them. So we can all go, look how fucking nuts they are. Now they're building unless this was some fake thing, I don't know, maybe it was made up, maybe it was AI, but they're in some college campus in Florida, they're going to build a Charlie Kirk statue. There will be many statues. I mean, you martyred a guy. You know what a martyr is? Look that up. Figure out what that is, Mr. Intelligent. You martyred a guy. Much like they martyred Martin Luther King. What happened after they martyred Martin Luther King? Hey, what happened? Now, Martin Luther King was not a good guy. Cheated on his wife. This is all documented, by the way. Beat his wife, cheated on his wife, was a fucking communist. Jesse Lee Peterson had this black guy on the show a couple of weeks ago that was going over. He made a documentary on Martin Luther King, and he was talking about all this Martin Luther King stuff. Martin Luther King beat his wife. Martin Luther King cheated on his wife. Doesn't mean he deserved to die. Martin Luther King was a communist. Doesn't mean you get to shoot him. It was wrong to shoot him. Charlie Kirk did not beat his wife, did not cheat on his wife. Charlie Kirk was a decent man. Just because you disagreed with him doesn't mean he wasn't a decent man. Just because he might have said something about Gaza that you didn't like. What about all the criticism he had for Israel? What about all that? All the clips I've been seeing the last couple of days. I mean, Israel killed him, right? Nick Fuentes was so fucking funny. He was like, "Oh, by the way, consequences of your actions. How do you like the consequences of your actions?" Now I watch Nick Fuentes. Good job, liberal. Keep it up, liberal. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic, liberal. Good job, liberal. So Nick Fuentes, God, what did he say? Forgot what he said. It'll come to me. Oh, he said something funny. He said on September 9th, we said Charlie Kirk was an Israeli shield. And then on September 11th, after he's dead, we say Israel killed him because he was anti-Israel. He's like, it's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. He goes, God forbid if something happened to Ben Shapiro. Would we get on here the next day and say Israel killed Ben Shapiro? Ben Shapiro was an anti-Semite. You know what I mean? Like, it's retarded. And when you see Nick Fuentes calling it out, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what the left never does. So here's the far right, radical, right wing guy turning to people more radical and delusional than him and saying, you're fucking retarded, and laying it into him and not holding back. And his own audience, his own fans, you're a bunch of fucking idiots. When have you ever seen a leftist do that to people on their own side? Harshly criticize their behavior. You never fucking see it. I mean, if one of them actually did it, they'd be ostracized from the left. They'd be considered a conservative. There probably have been some of them that have done well. Bill Maher does it, of course. Bill Maher does it, and you see how they talk about Bill Maher. You see how they treat Bill Maher. They hate Bill Maher. Well, Bill Maher lets Republicans come on his show, and he debates them. Oh, the horror! Any decent human being who actually stands for American values is not going to side with you and the destruction of the country they live in. You fucking nitwit. The more radical you get, the more you're going to lose people like Bill Maher, Jamie Lee Curtis, normal fucking people who just have liberal beliefs. I think you just can't contain yourself. You just can't stop. Other than Bill Maher, who the fuck else does it? Who the fuck else criticizes their own party on the left? None of them. Dean fucking Withers cried. Dean Withers saw a man shot dead. You have to understand something. There's two groups. There's two groups here. There's people like Dean Withers. People like Dean Withers will go to like a Charlie Kirk event and like protest him and yell at him, and it's fun. They're having fun doing this. It's a big game. It's funny. This is funny. And then when they see him get executed, they go, "Oh, well, that's not funny. It was funny to go troll him and mock him, and that was all funny and no harm really. No harm was really done. But you kill him, and then they go, oh," and then he cries. He cries because he's like, God, what the fuck? It's just some young kid with clearly serious issues. I mean, God, I've seen him spaz out in so many clips. It's insane, that Dean Withers. It's not a vape. I wish I could get my camera to work. It's not a vape. It's a vape, Dean. Here, Dean, hit mine. You need it. You need a vape, Dean. Hit this. I got a weed vape too, Dean. Hit them both. Get some nicotine and some weed in it. Hit them both at the same time, Nick. Put them both in your mouth. Or Dean, put them both in your mouth, Dean, and just inhale, Dean, and hold it, Dean. Hold it, Dean. Calm down, Dean. You make me want to hit it, Dean. I get anxiety just thinking about you, Dean. And then Dean has to make some groveling video. Why I cried. I seen some. I don't know who this guy was. I followed him after I seen a video, but he made a video and he was like, "Dean, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. You don't have to live like this. You know, you could just be a Republican, Dean. I know you don't want to be, but I'm telling you, it's not that bad. I used to be just like you. I didn't want to be one either, but you know what I learned? These people over here align more with beliefs I've already. I was lied to. You'll figure that out one day. They just lied about these people. They smeared them. It was them all along doing all this shit and then blaming it on fucking Republicans. And the Republicans that they blamed it on, they were just liberals like them. They were just pretending to be rhinos. It's not real Republicans. Trump's the first real goddamn Republican, and JD Vance will be more hardcore than him. Can't wait to vote for JD Vance. Every time I see a clip of JD Vance talking about it, I get excited. I'm like, hell yeah. And then Nick don't like him. I don't understand why, but maybe I'll learn. Maybe Nick will teach me. Maybe I'll learn some things I didn't know. Good job, liberal. We weren't even watching little Nick. We were paying him no mind, and now we're listening. Good job. Good job, liberal. Good job making Nick Fuentes more relevant, more powerful. Good job, liberal. You're a genius. You think little Nick's gonna go sit out in the middle of a fucking open field and let you snipe him? No, that's not gonna happen. Oh, it's not gonna be that easy to get a hold of little Nick, huh? I seen you come to little Nick's door. Some goofy bitch came to little Nick. You ever seen that video? Have you ever seen the video of like somebody goes to some goofy motherfucker goes to Nick Fuentes' house and starts knocking on his door, and Nick Fuentes opens the door and maces this bitch. And then her phone falls into the house. It falls inside the door, and then you see Nick shut the door and lock like 17 locks on his door. Nick knows the danger. Nick knows you're fucking lunatics. So when you knock on his door, he comes out with the... Remember a couple days ago I said, get the bear mace. They come to your door. Hit him with that bear mace. Once again, the phenomenon that keeps happening. I said this. I get off the stream. The next day, I get on Twitter. I shit you not. Some liberal fucking lunatic went to some Charlie Kirk vigil and started spazzing out, and some Republican bear maced the motherfucker. I swear to God, look it up. He pulled out bear mace and hit the son of a bitch with a bear mace. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of it being bear mace? Who carries around fucking bear mace? Like, what? Happened. A day later. May have even been the same fucking day. Did someone hear my stream? Did they say, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to carry some bear mace with me. These lunatic liberals come up and try to stab me or shoot me, I'm going to hit them with the bear mace. Away from me, lunatic. Maybe we should all start carrying around bear mace. Non-lethal, right? It's non-lethal. Lunatic runs up, we hit him with the bear mace. Seems reasonable. You're trying to kill me? You get bear mace. That'll slow that lunatic down. If it'll stop a bear, it'll stop a lunatic liberal. Now you've been designated terrorist. Now you're going to see all these liberals tweet out how they're members of Antifa. These people are stupid. These people are so fucking stupid. And it's all so predictable, and none of it's shocking at all. I knew when he designated them terrorists that I would get on Twitter and see a bunch of liberals saying, well, I'm Antifa, and I knew I was going to see it. I know them like the back of my hand. Which is why none of them want to debate me, because I see through the lies. I see through the bullshit, so they don't want to argue with me anymore. They don't even want to try it. They can't. It's hard to argue with somebody that sees the demon that dwells within you. That demon knows I can see it, so that demon don't even want to bother no more. Only Parr remains. Only Parr has the courage to even try. And even he said he didn't want to debate me one-on-one. He's scared. Why can't we have other liberals in here to help me? Go get them. I keep telling you, bring 10 of them. I'll debate them all. Patrick Bet-David sit in a room and had 20 liberals around him and destroyed every one of them. Why do y'all think your arguments are so hard to destroy? All of you are going to say the same thing because you have groupthink. So why would it be hard to debate 20 of you? It wouldn't. Wouldn't be hard at all. Nobody's afraid of you and your dumb fucking lies and your dumbass fucking ideas. Nobody's scared to debate you. Go get help if you need it so bad. I never asked nobody to help me. Never once have I called on somebody to join the voice chat to help me. They join because they want to. They're not called in there to assist. You idiot. None of them can debate you better than me. I listen to them debate you. And when I'm listening, I go, God, why don't he just say this and shut him up? Just say this. Done. But they don't do that. That's why I'm here and you're there. You're there. Typing away. I'm here. Are you an underground YouTube legend? I don't think so. I don't think you are. Can you go live and ramble into the phone and get 1,000 views? I don't think you can. You can. Prove you can, guy. Prove it. Parr's like, people come here to smack me around. I'm the star of this thing. Oh, yeah, Paul. Parr, it's like the Howard Stern show. I'm Howard Stern. You're Gary the retard. You understand? I don't know if you ever watched Howard Stern back in the day before he went woke, but you're Gary the retard. You're Eric the midget. You're Wendy the retard. You're Jeff the drunk. You're one of these guys. We bring you on. You say dumb, ignorant shit. People laugh at you. You're a joke. That's your role here. Keep trying to explain this. Try to explain it to many people. Your role here, you're in the whack pack. You're a whack packer. Know your role. Know that role. It's not the Parr show. No. You're like a punching bag. Everybody gets up, just punches you a little bit. Everybody takes a turn on you. Crazy, every time Parr sees an attractive woman, he's like, she's ugly. No wonder you can't get no damn pussy. Jesus.
Who is he attracted to? It's crazy. Imagine being a weird, awkward guy and having these insanely high standards. Like, I have to have this, like, I don't even know what he's looking for. Like, the perfect woman, a 10 out of 10, no flaws whatsoever. Just, it's everything perfect. Like, brother, you're not the type of guy that gets to request that. You know, you need to look in the mirror, guy. Those, I mean, you're talking about like the top like 0.1% of women. Why would they want you? What the fuck would they want you for? Thank you for the 10. Oh, thank you for the 20. I seen I got a 20 on Cash App. Thank you for that. I just noticed that. What else happened today? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Talked about Jimmy Kimmel. Antifa. Did you see that dumb bitch? I know a lot of you probably didn't see this today. Some bitch from the CDC, she got fired. RFK fired her ass. And she was testifying today in front of Congress, and there's a clip of it. It's just funny. Like, she's lying. She had a meeting with RFK, right? They had a meeting. And this guy's questioning her on this meeting. He's asking her questions about the meeting. And then, you know, towards the end, he goes, you know that, because she's lying about what happened in this meeting. She's lying about the things she said. She's lying about what our RFK said. So the guy goes, you know that we recorded that meeting, right? It was recorded. There's a recording of it. And you should have seen this deer in headlights look. This fucking lying bitch. It's sitting up there bullshitting. And the guy is like, I'm giving you a chance to tell the truth. I know the truth. And I'm giving you an opportunity to tell the truth. So please stop trying to lie. We have a recording of the conversation. So stop lying about the conversation. And the bitch kept lying. I shit you not. She kept lying. What is wrong with people? It's insane. I understand lying. I understand that sometimes you may want to lie. But when you're caught red-handed, when you're caught with your hand in the cookie jar, when somebody goes, hey, my cookies, and you turn around, your hand in the jar, and you make eye contact and then you go, I'm not in the cookie jar. You've lost your fucking mind. You are insane. I'm staring right at you. You're in the cookies. You're eating my cookies. This is the way these people lie. Like, it's the most insulting lies you've ever been told. You could have a video of them. You could have them on video, their face, sitting at a table. Proof that, 100% proof that it's not AI. And you could have them doing something, saying something, whatever. And you'll play that video. You'll turn to them and they'll go, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. Like, what the fuck? How do you vote for this? How do you elect these people and give them power? What sense does that make? He was giving her an opportunity to tell the truth, and she wouldn't. And so he's like, hey, there's a recording of it, right? We recorded it. We know what was said in the meeting because there's tape of it. And she just kept pushing lies, man. She just kept trying to lie about it. It's insane. Like, bitch. Like, I just want the congressman to look at her. This is what I vote for. I want him to go, hey, bitch. What part of we have an audio recording of it, don't you understand, stupid bitch? That's what I vote for. That's what I want the politician to do, these crooked bastards. Enough with the formal bullshit. Enough with, oh my God, we got to be, we're in Congress and we got to, no. Hey, stupid bitch, quit lying. Quit fucking lying. Isn't that against the law or something to lie under oath in front of Congress? Isn't that like a fucking serious crime or something? What the fuck? When are people going to get held accountable for... What's the point of putting a motherfucker under oath if they just lie anyway and there's no consequences? Then what's the point of taking an oath? What's the point of all this stupid shit if you're not going to enforce it? Just like immigration laws. What's the point of having them if you're not going to fucking enforce them? The fuck are we doing? We have all these rules and stuff that we don't even enforce. We just have them for some reason. And people break them all the time and nobody fucking there's no consequences. People just go, well, whatever. No, I want to see these lying, crooked government cocksuckers pay a price for the lying and the abuse of power. Go to jail. Go sit in jail for a little bit and think about what you fucking did. God forbid we put motherfucking pieces of shit in fucking prison. God forbid. That's about it for the day, though. Can't really think of anything else that happened. Besides liberals, just, Jesus. Endless crybaby tweets. Oh, I forgot something. I knew I forgot something. I forgot the most hilarious part of the Jimmy Kimmel thing. The funniest part about it. So they fired Jimmy Kimmel. Let me explain why they fired Jimmy Kimmel, because there's a bunch of lies going around. I have to remember that I have an obligation to debunk these lies, because this is an information war. It's an info war. And polling backs that up, because there's a bunch of people in polling that think that the guy that shot Charlie Kirk was a Republican. The misinformation needs to be countered. Has to be countered. Doesn't matter how big your channel is. It doesn't matter. Count if 5 people need to hear the truth, 10 people, 50, whatever. Doesn't matter. So Jimmy Kimmel goes on his show and he says that this was a MAGA guy that killed Charlie Kirk. This was a MAGA guy, and he said, these MAGA people have been spending all week trying to lie about this and convince everybody it wasn't a MAGA guy, and they've been playing politics with this and all this shit. And the head of the FCC was on a podcast. I was listening to it earlier today, listening to him talk about it, and he was like, this is a violation. He's like, you can't do stuff like this. He goes, you can't go on TV and do that. You can't go on TV and lie like that. You can't do it. And he said that we have rules. We have policies. They know this. The networks know this. And it didn't seem like no political thing. It didn't seem like, no, he was explaining what Jimmy Kimmel did and why it's a problem. And how it's actually You're not allowed to do it. FCC rules, you're not allowed to do what he did. And so, he was talking about, we might have to pull their license. I'm not rolling anything out because he can't do what he did. He's violating these rules that every other network and every other show has to abide by. Why is Jimmy Kimmel so fucking special that he gets to break the rules? He doesn't. He doesn't. So, he got fired. And they're trying to say, well, he got fired for criticizing Trump. No, he didn't. That is not why people are mad. Nobody gives a shit that he's been criticizing Trump for years. Nobody gives a shit. He went on his show and pinned Charlie Kirk's murder on Republicans. He said Republicans did it. The shooter was a Republican. The shooter was a MAGA guy. And according to the head of the FCC, you cannot do what he did. You cannot do that. There's different rules when it comes to because he was like, there's different rules when it comes to broadcast television. There are different rules than the internet and the cable and all that. Guy explained it perfectly. You can pull your head out of your ass and go listen instead of making up wild conspiracy theories. But you're not going to do that because you're a fucking delusional lunatic. So they canned Jimmy Kimmel because they were worried about consequences of what he did. And so to avoid those consequences, they fired Jimmy Kimmel. Now, Jimmy Kimmel's show was losing a lot of money, much like Colbert's show. These shows are, nobody watches them. They bleed money. So a lot of people are speculating, and I agree, that this was probably just an excuse to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel and get rid of that show and save money. And they had an opportunity to take it, and they took it. That's just business. When you have an opportunity to get rid of bad business, you take it. And so they did. And the left is like, oh, they fired him for criticizing Trump. That's such a lie. That's such a fucking lie. He went on his show, and he said this guy was a MAGA guy on his show spreading fucking misinformation. And the reason they pulled him is because the affiliates, you have to understand, the affiliates they can't, Jimmy Kimmel is turning off all these conservatives, all these normal people in all these markets where they have to sell advertising. And advertisers don't want to advertise on the show because it's just a leftist fucking circle jerk. Only people that watch it are like old boomer motherfuckers, like 60-year-old fucking people who fucking think Democrats are God or something. That's Jimmy Kimmel's audience. That's Stephen Colbert's fucking audience now. Young people don't watch Jimmy fucking Kimmel. They don't watch fucking Stephen Colbert. What are you, stupid? Nobody watches that. I used to watch late night shows. I used to watch Conan O'Brien. I used to watch Jay Leno all the time. Nobody watches these late night shows. They suck. They're not funny. They're just one-sided circle jerks. Colbert already got fired. CBS let him go earlier in the year because he was losing $40 million fucking dollars. They had an excuse to get rid of somebody that was costing them a lot of money and making them no profit, and they took it. That's what really happened here. They're not mad at what he said about Charlie Kirk. No. The affiliates might be. The affiliates are like, fuck, we're trying to sell ads, and now he's making all these insensitive comments. Like, what the fuck is he doing, man? And now Sinclair Broadcasting is going to air a Charlie Kirk tribute in Jimmy Kimmel's time slot. And that'll probably get higher ratings than fucking Jimmy Kimmel Live. You know, when I was growing up, Jimmy Kimmel was entertaining. He was funny. People loved him. And he sold his soul. Sold his soul. He could have been like Jay Leno. He could have just made fun of both sides and did comedy and interviewed celebrities, but he chose to go down this radical political path and lie and use his show to slander people and lie, and people tuned out. They don't want to watch that shit. Yeah, TDS has like ruined these people, and so many of these people, like, you know, they disown family members. They ended friendships over this Trump shit, dude. The TDS shit. It's insane. And they're going to get worse, I'm telling you. Just look how they're acting tonight. Just look at it. They're going to get way worse, man. They're never going to stop. The more they feel like their back's against the wall and they have no other options, the more violent they'll get. So be careful out there with these lunatic liberals running around. Because they can't handle losing with any dignity. They can't just dust themselves off and go have a meeting with each other and figure out a new plan, a new way forward, salvage this mess. No. Because they really feel like they're fighting Nazis and fascism, and I'm telling you, man, when we get to the point where the Democratic Party is just, all the decent people have just left, you're really going to see how just insane it is. The people that remain. And you're already seeing it. I mean, it's becoming clearer by the day because people's getting the fuck away from it. And normal people are like, what the fuck? I can't be associated with this shit. The fuck is wrong with you? South Park pulled an episode. South Park was supposed to air tonight, and they said, whoops, we didn't get it done in time. But everybody knows that they must have made an episode that it had some stuff in it that just wouldn't win over well right now. And God forbid that episode leaks to the internet. What did you do in that episode? What happened in that episode? What was so bad about that episode that you just had to go ahead and delete that, pull that out? We're not going to air that. Nah. Because South Park does wild shit, man. Whatever they did in that episode, these are the motherfuckers that mocked Islam. They were getting death threats from Muslims, and they were like drawing the Prophet Muhammad and making fun of him in the episode, and they were getting death threats from like Islam people. And you know how scary that is. It's pretty terrifying stuff. Those people are pretty fucking serious. I don't know if you know this, but those Muslims are pretty serious. Pretty serious people when it comes to this type of stuff. And so they weren't scared about putting that out. But bro, whatever the fuck was in this episode that was supposed to air tonight, they were so scared to put that fucking out. That's actually wild to me. They're more scared of like the conservatives than they are fucking radical Islam. Think about that. Think about that one. Huh. And I don't think it's a fear of like being murdered. Like that's the fear from the Islam stuff, right? I think the fear is South Park getting canceled, completely taken off the air over this Charlie Kirk shit. And I think they really feared that. It's like, I don't think they were worried about some Republican shooting them or something. I mean, if you're not scared of the Muslims, why would you be scared of that? That don't make no sense. No, they were afraid of the show getting canceled because whatever was in that episode would have been so terrible after the Charlie Kirk murder that it would have turned so many people off. Even South Park fans would have been like, Jesus, what are we doing? I can't remember there being many times where they didn't get an episode done or whatever. Like, I'm not buying that. You had something in it. To be honest about it. You had something in it, and now you don't want to air it. Just be honest about it. And Charlie Kirk wasn't even mad about being on South Park. He actually liked it and thought it was funny. He saw it for what it was, which is relevancy. Oh, South Park's making fun of me. Oh, I'm making an impact on the culture. He went with the joke. He didn't act like a baby about it. This is how you know Charlie Kirk was a decent guy. Because people made fun of him. He just leaned into it. He had a hot wife. He had a happy family. And you didn't like that. That's really what it's about. It ain't really even about what he said. It's about, here's a guy that has everything they wish they had and they never can have it. You know, he's kind of a dorky guy, and yet he has a hot wife and a happy family, and they just can't get it, man. How does this kind of dorky guy have it all? Because they think, well, I'm dorky, and nobody wants to be with me. Nobody wants me. Well, no, it's not about being a dork. It's not about being a nerd. It's not about any of that. It's you're a fucking psycho. And women can smell that. Women are in a room with you. I mean, look at Anna Kasparian on Piers Morgan the other night with Destiny. Look at her reaction. Look at the face she makes as he's talking. She is disgusted by this guy. She looks like she wants to vomit. She looks like she probably went and took a fucking shower after that fucking thing. She was so disgusted listening to him. She is so revolted by him. Women can smell that shit. Not all women. Because some of them bitches got in fucking Ted Bundy's car and went on a little trip, never came back. So not all women, but there's a lot of women that can smell that weirdo psycho energy on you, and they don't want nothing to do with it. And good for the Young Turks for calling out this madness shit. Fucking people going on television calling for violence, calling to silence Republicans. I mean, what the fuck? Much like how cancel culture has now went full circle moment. It's went full circle, and now you're getting it. Is that not a lesson here? Are you not learning from this? That, I mean, if you keep shooting Republicans, what happens then? What happens then if you just keep killing Republicans? What happens to our country then? You see how this can all spiral out of control? You see how this needs to be dealt with? You see how we need leftist influencers to step up and rein this in, and they refuse to do it. Nick Fuentes went on his show and he said, I disavow any of my supporters who commit violence. If you go out and commit violence, I disown you, I disavow you. Fuck you. So easy. Why can't they do it? Because they want people to get violent. They're too cowardly to do it themselves, so they try to rile other people up to do it. That's all it is. These people want to talk about how evil Nick Fuentes is and how radical he is. But when I watched his stream for the first time, I didn't hear that. I was very confused. Where's the radicalization? Where's the anger? Where's the rage that I was told I was going to hear? No. Here's a guy with a very mature outlook on the situation telling his fans, don't get violent. And a lot of people saw that stream, and they saw that. And they realized you're lying about Nick. You're lying about Nick, too. You just lie about everybody. You take these out of context fucking clips or a guy making a joke or doing some comedy, edgy comedy, and you take it and you spin it into this hateful rhetoric, this hateful fucking thing. And then when you actually just watch the show, you're like, oh, it's just a joke. Just some humor. It's just a joke. It's not that fucking deep. So congratulations, you caused a bunch of people to tune into Nick Fuentes' stream who didn't even fuck with Nick Fuentes, who didn't even like him, and realize you lie about him, and now people are listening. Good job, you stupid fucking retard Democrat. Good job. You're so dumb. You're your own worst fucking enemy. All these people you don't want elevated in platform, you elevate them more than anybody else with your bullshit. When are you going to realize that? And you kill the moderate Republican. That's who you kill. It's insane. It's actually hilarious. It's like they kill Charlie Kirk. You become just a little bit more radical. You become a little bit more just, I'm sick of this shit. Fuck freedom of speech. Get them fired. You get just a little more radical than you were. You just, because it's like, what the fuck? And you don't know what to do. You're like, well, I'm not going to get violent. I'm not a psychopath. What can I do? Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm getting them fired. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do cancel culture like they did. And well, it seems fair. They did it to me. Why not? I could do it to them. Why not? I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm not calling anybody, but a lot of people are. A lot of people are doing this. Now, I'm not going to sit here and chastise them for it because I understand it. As I said, I'm not going to help my enemy in any way, shape, or form. No desire to do that. So go fuck yourself. Good luck. Good luck. If you wanted my help, you shouldn't have spit in my face and tried to destroy my life. Should have thought about that. But you didn't. So now just live with it. Deal with it. More people are going to leave your party too, so get used to that. I mean, it's not going to get any better. It's not like you're going to have a resurgence of followers. I mean, there was the one dumb bitch that was like, I left the Democratic Party and voted for Trump, but I'm rooting for the Democrats in the midterms. Oh, well, good to know that when the Democrats commit murder of a high-profile Republican, that gets you right back on Team Democrat. Huh, says a lot, bitch. Says a lot, dumb bitch. Dumb cunt. I got banned for calling a bitch a cunt one time. I'm gonna call you a cunt too. I don't give a shit. You're a cunt. Ban me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. People will find me wherever I go. Go fuck yourself. You have no power over anybody. You're done. You're finished. Now you're gonna spend the next couple of weeks acting like a fucking dork, acting like you care about freedom and you care about free speech. A man was sitting on a stage using free speech, wearing a t-shirt that said freedom on it, and you murdered him. Fuck you. Even Bill Maher said it. Even, it's a very common reaction. Fuck you. Bill Maher said it. Everyone's telling you to go fuck yourself. Every decent person is so sick of it. Fuck you, and fuck your justification and your reasoning and all that. Fuck you, you fucking demon. Yes, we talked about Israel. We talked about the fact that Antifa is using the Israeli thing to try to divide the right, and we're not falling for it on this stream. We're not playing into the left's hands. Not here. Not here on this show. You can go watch another show and you can play right into Antifa's hands. Not me. Not this guy. I know who my enemy is, and it ain't fucking Israel right now. When you walk down the street at night, you don't go, oh fuck, Netanyahu. You don't look over your shoulder for Netanyahu. Imagine. You're walking in the darkness, you're like, Netanyahu. No. Oh my God, is that Netanyahu coming up behind me? Oh no, just a black man. Just a black man. Whew, just a black man. I got concerned. I thought it was a Jew. Just an illegal alien. Oh, thank God. I thought it was a Jew. Scared. Oh, CJ, you're so smart. You're such a smart guy, CJ. You're super smart. You're making such good points, CJ. Tell us more, CJ. Hey, CJ, tell us more. I'm highly suspect of all these right-wing people that are pushing this Israeli narrative right now. It is so suspect. You have the right wing more united than ever against this leftist madness, and you have some people on the right trying to divide us. Does that not seem strange to you? Especially when we have a report that Antifa is they're using their accounts to amplify this shit, this narrative, to take the heat off them. Don't you understand this? Don't you understand that the left just killed Charlie Kirk? And they have heat on them like never before. The culture, the country has completely just given up on them, wants nothing to do with them. And the only way out of this is to get us to focus on Israel. It's the only way. They want our attention off of them. If you fall for, I don't give a fuck if Candace Owens, I don't give a fuck. Nick Flintis did not say it. Nick Flintis did a whole fucking segment on his show where he debunked it and said he doesn't believe it and called out Candace Owens. Candace Owens said she has evidence, and then she said she's not going to release it. And Nick Flintis lit that bitch up for that. If you have evidence that Israel did this and you're withholding it, what? Does that make any sense? They don't have evidence. They don't have anything. They just look very suspect to me. Why are you doing this? Candace Owens sits on her show and acts like she was a close personal friend of Charlie Kirk. Yet, on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, the Turning Point people said that Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens hadn't talked to each other in a long time. They're not friends anymore. They had a falling out because she was becoming too fucking conspiratorial. She was going down these crazy rabbit holes, and Charlie Kirk just didn't agree with it, and they had a falling out over it. So she is lying as, oh, she was, oh, I've been texting Charlie Kirk. And no. According to Turning Point, no. She's lying. Candace Owens is a fucking liar. Never forget that before Candace Owens became a conservative, she was a fucking liberal, and she set up a website to, like, track people and shit. Remember this? And she is sitting here pushing this Israeli narrative. She has no evidence. And while every other right-winger is rallying together to fight the left, she and other people like her are grifting off this shit. And it's sick. It's sick. So don't just cancel the right, don't just cancel the leftists. Cancel a few of these grifting right-wing motherfuckers too while you're at it. Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, all these fucking clowns that think this is an opportunity to make money. This is not about money. This is not about grifting. You fucking lunatics. This is not about grifting off a dead guy. You can grift off something else. You can take some time off the fucking grifting and knock it the fuck off. But no. Oh, Ben Shapiro is, Ben Shapiro. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro gave Turning Point USA $1 million of his own money. Ben Shapiro hates Jesus. The Jews hate Jesus. Ben Shapiro went on Charlie Kirk's show and gave $1 million to Turning Point, and he said, use this money to preach Jesus, to tell people about Jesus, because that's what Charlie Kirk would have wanted, and that's what I'm giving you this money for. Oh, so hateful. Hates Christians. Hates us. Hates us. Ben Shapiro is not my fucking enemy. You are. You can keep trying to BS me and gaslight me. I don't look over my shoulder for Ben Shapiro in the middle of the night. I have to look over my shoulder for the lunatics that you people let on the street. If we go to a Donald Trump rally, we're not looking around for Ben Shapiro and Benjamin Netanyahu. We're looking around for leftist lunatics who might blow us up, or God knows what they might do at the rally, because they're nuts. Enough of this stupid bullshit. Now is not the time to be talking about Israel. Now, there'll be plenty of time to get back to Israel. Don't you worry, guy. But this ain't about Israel right now. This has nothing to do with fucking Israel. Israel didn't kill Charlie Kirk. You have no evidence of that. That doesn't even make sense. He was a fucking ally. He defended Israel. When Nick Flintis is on his show telling you there is no proof, this is delusional bullshit. My God, if you won't listen to him, then you call him an Israeli shield. It's insane. It's insane. When you're calling Nick Flintis an Israeli shield, you're too far down the fucking rabbit hole. You're too far in the weeds here, brother. Come back to reality here. There are bad things Israel does. There are things to criticize. You have to stop blaming every fucking thing that happens on fucking Israel and coming up with these convoluted conspiracy theories that have no evidence and make no sense. Trust me, if it made sense, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I would tell you, I would say, hey, you make some good points. Something to think about. You're not making any good points here. There's nothing to think about. You sound insane. You're talking to a guy that questioned 9/11. You're talking to a guy that questions a lot of events. I'm telling you, you sound fucking nuts. Knock it the fuck off. Get a grip. Jesus. Fucking Lord. Lord help us. Jesus help us. Wake these demons up. Purge these demons from the body, from the mind, so these people can get a clue. For the love of God. So we have problems on the right, too. We have these low IQ anti-Semites, as Nick Flint is just calling them. It's a good term. It's like you're an anti-Semite, but you're a low IQ anti-Semite. Where you see Jews around every corner. When you do walk down the street, you do look for Ben Shapiro. You're like, Ben Shapiro. You are legitimately terrified of little Ben Shapiro. If somebody shot Ben Shapiro, God forbid, would you be saying Israel killed him? You know? Good Lord. My God. I mean, the stupidity is just, it's off the charts in this country right now. It ain't just a leftist problem either. We got some dumb motherfuckers on the right that are lost their mind. I see Jews around the corner. I don't have a problem with Ben Shapiro. I've listened to him sometimes, and I don't see what the fucking problem is, but they're like, Ben Shapiro doesn't allow people at Daily Wire to criticize Israel. That's funny, because I've heard people on Daily Wire. I used to listen to a lot of Daily Wire stuff, so I've heard Daily Wire people criticize Israel, so I heard Matt Walsh do it. Like, Matt Walsh didn't get fired. Probably because Matt Walsh is just has valid criticisms and he's not screaming hateful bullshit about Jews, you know. It's probably why he has a job. Have you tried criticizing Israel without sounding insane? Have you tried criticizing Israel without these crazy conspiracy theories and the Jew hate? Have you gave that a shot? Like, Nick Fuentes is a funny fucking guy. He's a good speaker. But if he wants to be as big as he could be, he has to, you know, tighten it up. You know what I mean? You have to tighten your shit up. You can't be spewing all this stupid bullshit you can't prove. If you want to be taken serious, talk about shit you can back up with evidence, or don't talk about it at all. And if you're going to speculate, hey, look, I'm doing some speculating right now, you know? Just tell people that. Hey, this is just speculation. Maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it's real. I don't know. It's just speculation. It's just an opinion. Stop selling your opinion as fact when it's not a fact. You can't back it up with any evidence. It's just an opinion. It's just speculation. I mean, take Oswald today. Oswald comes in there in the voice chat talking about Israel killed Charlie Kirk or no. He said Israel knew. He's so funny, dude. He's like, Israel knew about it and they let it happen. Mossad knew about it, the CIA knew about it, and they let it happen. And then he goes, no, what did he say? He said, no. He said they knew about it. And then I said, so you're saying they let it happen? And he's like, I'm not saying that. And I'm like, well, if they knew it was going to happen and they did nothing about it, isn't that letting it happen? No, 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 no. It's kind of like 9/11, Smokey, where I know all about 9/11. So they did have prior knowledge. They did get warnings about bin Laden wanting to fly planes into the World Trade Center. They had warnings about this. There was intelligence warnings about this. So when you say that they knew about this, you're implying that they let it happen. Well, Smokey, what are they going to do about it? What are they supposed to do? Well, pick up the phone and call the President of the United States? Call the FBI? Call Charlie Kirk and say, hey, Charlie Kirk, don't go to this event. We got intelligence. They're talking about killing you. Don't go to this event. Cancel. So, yes, you are implying that Israel had intelligence and knew this was going to happen, and they did nothing about it, which means they let it happen. And I had to fucking argue with him for like 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck, man? What are you not getting here? What are you not understanding here? Like, hello? I'm not saying they let it happen. You are, though. Then he's like, well, there was a letter. He's like, there was a letter, and the letter was dated September 2nd. And that proves it. They had the condolence letter written up before he even died. And I was like, well, I'm at work right now. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to kind of figure out what people are saying about it. And not, you know, there's probably more to it, you know. And then, of all people, Parr made a really good point. He's like, you know, that's probably just a typo. September 2nd, they probably meant to type September 12th, and it was just a typo. And then I started looking into it, and other people were saying that, and they were pointing out how if you go to the website, they have the letter there, and it is dated September 12th, which reinforces Parr's theory that it's a typo, and they forgot to put the letter or the number 1 next to the 2. The memo was supposed to be dated for the 12th, or the condolences or whatever, supposed to be dated for the 12th. It was a typo, and it got a 2. They fixed it on their website, but they didn't bother deleting the tweet and fixing it on Twitter. Perfectly reasonable explanation. But when you see conspiracies around every corner, and I've talked about this many times, you can get too deep in the weeds with these conspiracies, and you start seeing things that just ain't even there. You're imagining shit. Where you see this, and you immediately go to some crazy conspiracy theory, instead of going to logical explanations like, well, maybe it was a typo. Maybe they forgot to put the 1, they were typing to whatever. Shit like that happens, you know? Smokey, Jews run the world. They run the media. They run Hollywood. They run everything. They make you jack off to pornography, Smokey. They make you do drugs. They control you like never before. They own the president. They own the Congress. They own it all. But they make mistakes like that. It's like, so they plan to kill Charlie Kirk because he's criticizing Israel, even though he barely ever did that. Even though he defended Israel, praised Israel, had plans to visit Israel. They killed him, apparently.
You have no evidence.
They killed him. And they put out some sloppy. So they draw up the condolence letter on the 2nd of September. Charlie Kirk gets killed on the 10th. So 8 days before they kill him, they write up this condolence letter. Why? Why would they be sloppy like that when they run the world? You understand how the conspiracy theory doesn't make any sense? Jews run the world, control everything, make sloppy ass mistakes like this. I mean, think about how dumb this is. Like, so they draw up this letter 8 days before they kill him, and they date the letter the 2nd. Sense does that make? Why wouldn't you put the 12th on it? If you're planning to release this on the 12th, why wouldn't you put 12? They put explosives in pagers years before they blew them up. You realize this, right? You realize what you're dealing with here. They put explosive material in pagers. And then years later, I'm pretty sure it was years later, they blew the fucking pagers up after all these terrorists had the pagers. But they fucked up a typo. What is the motive? Tell me this. What is the motive for Israel killing Charlie Kirk? Give me your motive. What's the motive? Well, he was criticizing Israel a little bit, and they killed that. That's reason enough to kill him? Does that make sense to you? You know there are a lot of other people that criticize Israel way more harshly than Charlie Kirk. Why ain't they dead? Why are they all alive? If Israel can just kill you, which there's no doubt in my mind that they can. They have power like that. They definitely have. I mean, look at the pager stuff. Look at the pagers. But why? Why? Charlie Kirk was not on this crusade to take down Israel. He wasn't Nick Fuentes, man. He wasn't. And even Nick Fuentes is saying that. Nick Fuentes is like, what are you all talking about? Nick Fuentes has valid criticisms of Israel. At least he believes he does. I'd have to hear some of them, but his problem with this is he believes he has valid criticisms, and you guys are muddying the waters with bullshit that you can't prove. And it hurts the overall agenda, which is to wake people up on Israel and the things they actually do that is wrong. And you all want to focus on fantasies. Hey, who's that remind you of? Do you see how you guys you're drifting into the world of fantasy? You're drifting into this liberalism, this same thing. You're on the same path as the radical leftists. You're no better than Junior Parr. Quite frankly, you're on that same path. You're just over here on the far right going down the path. But you all are both on this radical lunatic path where you are creating a fictional reality. You are blaming people for all your problems. Oh, God, you jerk off to porn because the Jews created it. You can't make a living because of the Jews. You can't buy a house because of the Jews. It's always the Jews. Charlie Kirk is dead because of the Jews. The Jews tried to kill Trump. The Jews did this. The Jews did that. Sure. And at a certain point, you just sound ridiculous. I did watch Nick, and I watched him eviscerate this bullshit narrative that Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel. Yes, he did give both sides. Yes, he did make the case and explain why people believe this. But then he said he doesn't believe it, and it sounds like bullshit, and there's no evidence to back it up. Why are you leaving that out? Why are you leaving that part out? Doesn't fit your narrative. Don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about the number one criticizer of Israel saying that your theory that Israel killed Charlie Kirk is fucking schizo bullshit. You don't want to, because that's what he said. He's just like, in a way, he's just like me. He will explain to you what these people think. He will go over that. He will entertain it. He will say, well, maybe this makes a little bit of sense, and maybe this does. And then he'll say, well, but what about this? And that's called being normal. You're normal. The left wants you to focus on Israel. They want you to. Just know that. Just know that leftists are sitting around talking about how we have to get the right wing to divide and fight over Israel and blame this on Israel. They're counting on it. They're not hiding that. They're openly saying that. And you're just ignoring that, I guess. It doesn't matter. So keep regurgitate. You're regurgitating Antifa propaganda. Keep going. Go ahead. Join up. Join them. And when Trump locks you up and see caught, hey, man, I try to warn you. These aren't valid criticisms of Israel. This is slander. You're slandering this country, saying it killed this guy, and you have no evidence of it at all. Candace Owens sits on her show and says, as she's in between shilling bullshit products, she's like, well, maybe they're good products. I don't know. But in between shilling all these products and telling us how much she loved Charlie Kirk, she's just, I have evidence, but I'm not going to show you. Like, what? What? You're supposed to be Charlie Kirk's friend, like, in like, what? You have this evidence, and you're just going to keep it? I'm just going on what Nick said. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Candace Owens, but Nick said that she said this. I don't know why you make it up. That'd be easy to debunk, right? You just play her clip, but she said she's not going to release the evidence that she has. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Because it's insane. Imagine if I came on here and goes, guys, I got evidence that something happened. I got this big evidence, and you all were like, let's see it. And I'm like, can't show you. Can't show you. And then I said, but if they keep fucking with me, I'm going to show you. And then you're like, well, just show me. And then you're like, hey, I got evidence they killed Charlie Kirk. They killed him. And then you're like, oh, fuck, well, let's see it. I can't show you. But if they piss me off, I'm going to show you. And you buy into that shit. Like, you listen to that and you go, yeah, makes sense. Because you have Israel derangement syndrome. You want it to be true so bad. If you didn't have Israeli derangement syndrome, you'd hear her say that and you'd go, this shows me that Nick does not have, I thought he had this, and now I realize he doesn't. So now I start to think, well, maybe he has valid criticisms about Israel because he's not going along with this schizo bullshit. He's calling it out. Now, he's going to explain what you believe. He's going to take the time to go over what you believe, and he's going to be fair, and he's going to say, well, maybe you have a point here, maybe you have a point there, but overall, sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I do the same thing. I say, hey, this is a good point, and maybe you have a point here, but overall, I find what you're saying to be a bunch of shit. That doesn't mean that there aren't some points you're making that are valid, but overall, you sound nuts. I don't know what's so hard about understanding this. Like I'm talking in fucking riddles here or something. And come around to what? I don't love Israel. I don't sit here defend Israel. I don't sit here talk about Israel all day. This narrative that, Smokey's always defending Israel. When? Just because you come in my stream and you start spewing Hamas propaganda and I call it out and I say that's been debunked, that's a lie, because I know, because I look into his shit. Just like that kid they said was executed. The IDF executed this little boy, this little Palestinian boy, and some guy went on TV and told the story. He said he saw it with his own eyes. He said, I watched him do it. And then months later, they found that little boy alive. He was alive. He's fine. He's totally fine. Not dead at all. They go on television. Now, you should know this by now, but for some reason, well, I know the reason. It's called Israeli derangement syndrome. So, normally when a leftist tells you something, you don't even believe it. You roll your eyes. You say, these fucking people lie all the time. But when it comes to Israel, you are lockstep with the left. With the far left, you believe the same thing when it comes to Israel. You realize this about yourself, right? You and the far left have this in common. You hate Israel. Now, I'm smart enough to realize that the left always lies about everything. I have watched it for 15 fucking years. I have watched them lie and lie about literally everything. Nothing is too big or too small for these people to lie about. Now, after 15 years of observing that, fuck me, I don't believe them. So when they start pushing this Israeli narrative, genocide and all this shit, I don't buy it because it comes from them and they lie about everything. That doesn't mean there ain't valid criticisms of Israel. Of course there is. But whatever the left is saying, it's a bunch of bullshit. You know it is. You know it deep down in your soul. You're getting propagandized and lied to. At least I do. More people like me than you. Go fuck yourself. Loser. Loser! Let's start. You go ahead and turn your live stream on and see how many people watch that shit. Once you bumble around. Yes, I came around on that topic because I saw all the proof. You don't have any proof that Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel. That's the whole point. You change people's mind with actual proof. You don't change people's mind with fucking schizo bullshit conspiracy theories. It doesn't work. That's why I said the Epstein stuff's not going to work, because no one's ever cared about it. I've tried to talk to people for years about this, and they laughed about it. Oh, it's a bunch of schizo shit. And there's more proof of that than this fucking Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Way more proof of that. No, I'm never going to get to a point where I blame Israel for killing Charlie Kirk because you don't have evidence of it. And we know that a leftist killed him. We know that this fucking weirdo guy with this transgender boyfriend killed him. We know it. Fact. He's an Israeli patsy. Once again, Israel has no motive to kill Charlie Kirk. That doesn't make any sense. Jesus.
The fuck does that mean? How does that make sense?
Sense. Well, they were trying to buy him and he wouldn't sell out to him or whatever. There's tons of people that won't sell out to him. Why aren't they dead? Smokey, the field was shaped like the Jewish candles.
Like, oh my god, all this schizo shit I've been reading. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Smokey, there was a Jewish
Man in the crowd.
I thought it had nothing to do with Jews. I thought this was about Israel, but
You guys love pointing out that
there was a Jew. Some Jewish guy made a scene or whatever. Must be an Israeli plant. He did it so the shooter will get away. Okay. Okay, then why was the shooter captured? Why was this high level? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. The real shooter got away. This is the patsy. But where's the evidence? It's not that I can't buy into it. It's not that I can't think of a motive. Of course I can. But there's no evidence. Of course I can wrap my head around Israel killing Charlie Kirk so that they can utilize his death to take out the far left, which criticizes them so harshly all the time. Totally can that's a very plausible thing, but the problem is you have no evidence to back that up. We could sit here all day and make up all kinds of theories on all kinds of different things, but without evidence, it's just a theory. It's just some words you said, because you can't back it up. And if you can't back it up, why say it? But don't speak to me as if I don't get it, as if I mean, totally understand it. It's just like, well, this guy was a MAGA guy. Okay. Well, the only way that makes any sense is you have to say, what you're saying is this guy was a MAGA guy. He's pretending to be a leftist so he can frame the left. He is sacrificing himself to frame the left. That's the theory you're running with, huh? Yeah, it's a bit far-fetched. Does that mean it's not possible? Of course it's possible. It's possible it's Israel. But there is no evidence. And all the evidence points to a leftist. And that makes the most sense. I mean, when everybody saw him get shot, we all had the same thought. Some lunatic leftist just killed him. You all saw it and went, fucking Netanyahu. You stub your toe in the middle of the night going to the bathroom. You go, fucking Netanyahu, fucking Jews. Oh, damn, fucking Jews. God, it hurt, Netanyahu, it hurt. Oh, Netanyahu. Yes, I know there's a lot of Jews that don't like Netanyahu. I know that, yes.
you
all think I just don't know anything about this. No, I've looked into this stuff. And sorry, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I don't believe every piece of Hamas propaganda that comes out of fucking Gaza, because I know these are crooked motherfucking terrorist motherfuckers. Just like I don't believe all the shit that comes out of Israel. Truth be told, I don't want to pay any attention to it because I don't care. If they want to fight each other to the end of time, let them. We should just stay the fuck out of it. We got enough problems to worry about in our own country than to be worried about what's going on halfway across the world in some tiny little country. Let them fight. Let Russia and Ukraine fight. Fuck it. Quit worrying about all this shit and focus on our country. We try to help these people. We try to bring peace. They don't want to have peace. Good. Fight then. Fight till the end. Remember Trump said that. He said, fuck it, man. They want to fight. Remember he said that? He's like, they've been fighting for so long, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Trump's going to get to a point where he just says, fuck all this. Don't even get involved in it. Please, hurry up and do it. There's no proof that that's like, I'm going to keep saying it. There is no proof that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. There's none. Just like there's no proof it's a MAGA guy. This is all fucking nonsense. Oh, my ass ain't going out and debating nobody. I'm not getting shot. I don't need this shit. I don't have to do this shit. I just do it for the hell of it. I don't want to be famous. Especially after seeing that. I'm good. Enjoy. I'll stay on the underground. Stay on the underground and just go work a normal job and live a normal life. And not be a target. I mean, you got conservatives going out to do these college campuses. There's some liberals going out to do it. I mean, it's just God. You got to worry about something happening to one of these fucking goofs, and then, goddamn, you got fucking things get worse, spiral out of control. I seen at like a Charlie Kirk vigil, some liberal guy went to the vigil, and they were playing a clip, so it was like they were talking to this guy. I retweeted this. They were talking to this guy, and they were like, "Were you a fan of Charlie Kirk?" And he was like, "No, I'm a socialist." And the guy was like, "Oh." And then it cut to him, this guy, on the ground, and like 7 guys were stomping the shit out of this guy. And then he got up and ran off. And it's like, these people are having a fucking prayer vigil for a fucking guy that was murdered. And your cocksucking ass goes down there to stir up trouble. And somebody whoops your ass. And it's like, nah, I don't think you should be hitting these people, but you also shouldn't go down there and harass these people. You should let them fucking mourn. You should have enough fucking compassion and empathy to let these people mourn. But you're such a cocksucker that you got to go down to the prayer visual and run your fucking mouth. And then a bunch of guys whoop your ass. Oh, that's shocking. You didn't see that coming? Yeah, so you got no sense. You have no fucking... That's what I keep trying to explain. You have no fucking sense. Who does that? Who in their right mind would even think to do something like that? I'm going to go down to the Charlie Kirk vigil and I'm going to try to debate them on politics. Now ain't the time for a debate, man. Take your stupid ass home. And he went down there and agitated all these people and poked at them and fucked with them and mocked them, and they beat his ass. The fuck you think was gonna happen? Where is the sense in this fucking country? What happened to just having some sense? It's the darndest thing, I'm telling you. It's like Paul making fun of the guy's wife. Just like I was explaining him today when he was talking about his IQ. I said, if you was an intelligent person, you wouldn't say things like that about his wife. Well, I'm not saying it publicly. No, you're just in a Discord saying it to a bunch of people. You're not saying it publicly. Yeah. Like, what? Hello? Hello? We all just heard it. Par's never had to sit down and tell children that somebody died. He's never had to do that. I've done that. I know what that's like. Now, I couldn't imagine having to tell, this is their father. This ain't their uncle or their cousin or grandmama. This is their father. And she has to sit in front of her children and try to explain this to them. And you're going to mock her. You have no soul. You're soulless. Because you sold your soul to the devil long ago, so you don't have a soul now. And the devil owns you, so you do his bidding. That's what you do. I mean, just no compassion for this woman whatsoever. No compassion for these children. But we have to have compassion for Jimmy Kimmel. Poor Jimmy Kimmel. Liberals are more upset about Jimmy Kimmel getting fired than Charlie Kirk getting shot. That's a problem right there. Everybody can see that too. Everybody sees it. There's a lot of people confused. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? A lot of liberals they're shocked. They can't believe this is their party. This is what their party is. And all those people are going to go vote Republican or not vote or vote independent or something. And then what? You're left with the lunatics. You become more radical. And as you become more radical, what the government is going to crack down on you. The government is always looking for an excuse to crack down on political dissent. And you gave it to them, you stupid fox. I've been trying to explain this to Junie for years. Junie, you're helping the right wing. You're helping these religious fanatics. You're helping them. You're giving them power. You're empowering them. You're proving everything they say correct. You're making a fool of everybody that stood with you, that took your side, that defended your side. And you're mocking them, and you're making fools of them. And then you're wondering why they're leaving your side and saying enough. Because you keep doing this to people. The gay shit's a perfect example of it. You fucking wanted gay marriage. Everybody sided with you. And what was people saying? Well, we're going to have all this pedo shit and all this weird shit, and they're going to be grooming kids. And everyone defended, and everyone said that's not going to happen. No. And what did you do? Turned around, spit in our face. That's what you did. Turn around, spit in our fucking face. We defended you, you spit in our face. You made us look stupid. You made us look like fools. So we remember that. Why defend you ever again? Why take your side about anything? So you could spit in our face later? This is the type of people you are. And you're wondering why people don't want nothing to do with you anymore. You're horrible people. You have no loyalty. You have no courage. You have no principles. You have no integrity. You have nothing. You have nothing. We'd be here all fucking day if we listed all the shit you don't have. What a mess. And now your back's against the wall like never before. And I know what's going to happen. You're going to act out violently. What other options do you have? You don't have any. The only true option you have is to shut the fuck up, take a seat, give people a break, let people breathe, let people have time to forget about what you've done, and then maybe down the road you can have a comeback. And in the meantime, you need to be reflecting, you need to be holding your side accountable, you need to be purging out the radicals, you need to find a leader, so many things. You don't need to be talking about fucking Trump. You don't need to be worried about Trump. You don't need to be thinking about Trump. That's the last thing that should be on your goddamn mind is Trump. Every time you run your mouth about Trump, you just lose more voters. Going against Trump and resisting Trump is not worked out. Give it a fucking break. Give it a rest. Enough. You've been doing the same thing for 15 fucking years and it ain't worked. Why don't you change tactics? Why don't you adapt? Told you when you lost. Time to change tactics. Time to reflect. Not a time to cope. And you decided to cope. And now you've let the violence continue to spiral out of control. And now you pay the price. Who told you you would pay the price for it? Me. Oh, I'm crazy. No, you're crazy. And you will kill again. And to stop you from doing that, we have to do something. We have to rein this in now. And the left ain't going to do it for us. The influencers are not going to do it. So we have to use legal means to do it. We have to use the power of the state. Now that's dangerous. It's dangerous to let the state handle this. It's dangerous to let the state gain more power. But you leave us no fucking choice. And I have spent 15 years trying to get this through your fucking head. You are leaving us with no choice but to side with the goddamn government against you. Knowing that there's no good come from it, no good comes from it. But we have no fucking options now. The options are die or be a slave to you and just conform to you and everything you want, or use the power of the government to deal with it. These are the options you have given us. Stop getting mad that we chose not to die, you fucking lunatic. Quit lecturing me on something you did, you caused. Take some fucking accountability for once in your sad, miserable fucking lives. Quit blaming everybody. Quit blaming Jews and blaming this and blaming that. Look in the fucking mirror. Just like when this stream ends, you're going to get on, you're going to jerk your little dick to some porn, and then you'll blame the Jews for that. Well, the Jews made the porn, not all the Jews. Not the fucking Jews, it's you. It's you. You want to jerk off the porn. Take accountability. Stop passing the blame because you can't control yourself. You want to get that, you want to get a little jerk in there. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck, but don't blame the fucking Jews because you ain't got no self-control. The hell? Good God. They're going to be so unhinged today. God, they're going to be so unhinged today. No telling what they'll do over the next couple of weeks. None of it'll be good, I'll tell you that. They just going to keep getting worse. Like Jimmy Kimmel's, he's like a free speech hero now. Delusion. Jimmy Kimmel's a guy that gets on his TV show and smears conservatives, even though one of his best friends is a fucking conservative, Adam Carolla. And the way he talks about conservatives, it's insane. Isn't that one of your friends? That's what you think about your friend? I don't know if they're still friends. I don't know, but that's what you think about your friends? That's what these people think about you. And you like them. You like them. They want you dead. They hate you and think you're evil. And you sit around and you talk to them and they act like, well, I like you and everything. They don't like you. They hate you. And everybody's just supposed to continue sitting around talking to you, pretending everything's cool, knowing the level of hatred you have inside of you. Crazy. Anyway, I think I'm going to get off here. I think I might go to bed. Damn, it's already 5 in the morning. I'm going to bed. Hot Jewish girls. Good night.